has actually been banned by Work Auster Force. Alam mo, TDZ, itong papalin ko pa, share ko lang sa'yo, we actually are using this on ranked games at sobrang open niya. I mean, just, you have to put it like an O-mask. And parang yung support ng kalaban, sobrang nahihirapan na. Even, siguro, kahit maglagay ka ng Digi sa kabila or even a Rafaela, as long as it's being targeted by the Popolin Koopa with an O-mask, sobrang hirap. At isa rin to sa mga pinapartner. Parang, pwede rin siyang pseudo-tank eh. And we've seen this with Blacklist International na ginagamit din ni Oh My Venus and gumagana talaga siya. And probably Work Auster Force na nahulaan nila na posibleng ginagamit din to ng Onic PH.
Totoo yan. At isa pa, sa mga strength siguro ng Popolin Koopa dito is yung flexibility niya. Pwede siyang gawing support, tank, sabi mo mga kanina, and also as a core. So napakagandang band dito for Work Auster Force. Aside naman ng Onic PH, yung Selena and also the Matilda, ilang beses natin nakita yung Matilda and also the Selena at malaki talaga ang impact na binibigay niya when it comes to team fight and also early aggression. So kapag natanggal nila yan, pwedeng mas makontrol agad ng Onic PH yung early game ng Work Auster Force since nakita natin sa stats, average game time ng Work Auster Force is 14 minutes. So isa sila sa mga teams na talagang sobrang aggressive. Gusto nilang tapusin kaagad yung laro.
Oo, there's only states na Work Auster Force, as long as they get the early lead, they know how to close the game. Yung pwede natin siyang ihantulad sa ganon. Pero speaking of Work Auster Force, of course, once again, gusto lang naming batiin si Chu na nagdibang ng kanyang birthday. 18th birthday. Pero may catch. Bakit ko minention yun, TDC? Alam mo kung ano?
Bakit?
Last time na nanalo ang Onic PH, it was Jay's birthday.
Naku.
So tingin mo ba, lucky charm ba ang pagkakaroon ng birthday during your specific match?
Pwede nating sabihin ng ganun yun. Pati, alam naman natin pag birthday mo, syempre may swerte factor dun eh. Kumbaga may dagdag, kumbaga sa points, mayroong dagdag ligtas points dun para sa Work Auster Force.
Kumbaga charisma mo, no?
Charisma.
Oo, yan ang aabangan natin mga kaibigan kung yung pag-birthday ba ngayon ni Chue, talagang magiging happy ang kanyang birthday kung makukuha nila ang pagkapanalo dito against Onic PH. Now, going back into the game, TDZ, Work Auster Force now prioritizing the Rafaela, giving Alice and Paquito to the side of Onic PH. Kung iisipin mo, no, parang ang yung binigay nila, these were meta heroes.
Totoo.
Paquito, Alice, and willing ibigay yung Work Auster Force just by having the Rafaela.
Tingin ko lang kasi, Kuya Rob, nakapansin ko dito, especially sa mga rank games natin, no. Rafaela, pina-priority siya eh. As early as, siya kasi yung isang hero na kaya mag-debuff using his first skill. Kapag merong agad siyang first item na Necklace of Durance, kaya niya agad counterin yung mga heroes na tulad nito ni Alice and also ni Paquito na mahilig silang mag-isak ng HP and also with the shield. So, I think Work Auster First with the first priority, Rafaela is really good for especially for this high impact, high caliber team na gusto laging mag-aggressive playstyle.
Totoo yan. Pero picking the Rafaela on your first pick as well is also telling that opponent kung ano yung playstyle nyo. So they already know that you would want to have the early game. Alam nila na magiging aggressive talaga kayo with the Rafaela together with the Granger. So alam na yan ng Onic PH and they were actually confident to be able to pick the Paquito and the Alice given na kasi itong dalawang hero na to, specifically yung Paquito, alam mo na ang hirap niya eh. Parang there are only countless of heroes, siguro piling-pili yung kaya sumabay sa Paquito sa early game. Kahit anong ilagay mo sa kanya, plagyan mo siya ng show, even with Alice, even a Uranus. 1v1 with the Paquito on the side lane, hirap na hirap talaga. Yung job niya, specifically yung gagamit pa mga pro players natin dito, and I'm not sure who will be using it. Probably Dilar, probably Iacno. Regardless, kahit sino ang gumamit niyan, mahihirapan ka talagang sumabay sa side lane. Pero ang magiging malaking tulong naman ito for Work Auster Force is yung early rotation nila. So, yung side lane ng Onic PH, they are strong, but they also have to be mindful sa magiging rotation dito, specifically the early to mid game ngayon ng Work Auster Force.
Yes, and I agree. Kasi nakita mo natin dito yung reply ng Onic PH with the side lanes, of course, ng Work Auster Force, picking up Uranus at pumili agad sila ng Lunox. Kasi ang gusto kasi dito ni Onic PH, i-burst out ka agad yung Uranus, i-shutdown yung agad yung Uranus. Kasi nakita natin previously, 3 Martizi, gamit niya yung Uranus talagang hindi matibag. At tingin ko yun yung naging pros ng Work Auster Force against that fight at talagang nabasa na agad ng Onic PH to. Hindi na ulit mauulit yan. Pipili kami ng Lunox at napakaganda rin talaga ng side lanes dito ng Onic PH. Static lanes, Jay and also Alice with the Paquito, talagang tingin ko magandang counter yun for Work Auster Force playstyle.
Totoo yan. I mean, itong Lunox na to, ito talaga yung nagbo-burst sa mga sustainability heroes eh. Once naka-dark siya, regardless, lalo na pag nag-level 4 ka, alam mo kagad eh, hindi kakayanin ng Uranus yon, and you wouldn't want din naman kasi na masustain talaga kayo ng Uranus, and this is actually a perfect counter for it. Not only the perfect counter, pwede ka ring sumabay. Pag nag-level 4 ka, sabi nga natin, Work Auster Force, sila yung magiging aggressive dito, but when you have the Lunox, you can somehow negate, 'di ba? And given meron din silang decent na wave clear dito on the side of Onic PH. So, ngayon medyo nino-neutralize nila dito yung early aggression ng Work Auster Force. The question is, ano yung magiging dalawang pick dito ng Work Auster Force? Are they aiming na kumuha pa ba dito? What are still open dito? I think the Claude.
Marksman.
The Claude is still open. Do you think a Beatrix would actually fit the Work Auster Force? Personally, ako hindi, kasi parang bitin na. Yes, there is damage, pero masyado na silang magiging malambot dito. So, what is the pick na kukunin dito ng Work Auster Force? Or are they actually willing to go for like a full sustainability lineup na talagang sasabayan lang nila into early to mid game dito ang Onic PH? Kasi medyo masakit kung titignan mo dito ang Onic PH, and you wouldn't want to go into a late game with an Alice.
So yan, kasi kapag umabot ng late game ang Alice, talaga mahirap siyang patayin at meron siyang early access sa backlines ng Work Auster Force. Okay na yung frontlines kasi nandun si Uranus when it comes to team fight, pero exposed dito yung backlines, especially with Granger, hindi siya ganun kakunat. Isa siya sa mga glass cannon heroes na kapag nalapitan, mas madali siyang mamatay. So, I think Work Auster Force Beatrix can also work, pero since more on high impact kasi Beatrix, kailangan mo muna mag-sustain muna sa makakuha ng gold para maging effective eh. Pero that will work, depende siguro kung kayang sabayan or mag-give space ang Work Auster Force for that Beatrix pick. But look at the bans here, Kuya Rob. We have a Roger and also a Dicky ban. So ayaw nilang, since wala pa silang marksman for Onic PH, no, posibleng pwede pa rin mag-Digi pick dito, or rather Digi tank dito ang Onic PH to counter the farm of their jungle hero. Since ano natin kung gaano kakulit talaga yung Digi strat.
And I think they were locking the Natalia right now dito at EDZ, and this gonna be their pause 5. Most likely Jay will be the one to use this one. So technically, ang magiging addition nito with the team, for the chemistry nito, masasabayan. Masasabayan nila dito. Probably this Natalia will be the one to get a pick off dito sa Rafaela na to. So, whoever gonna be using the Rafaela dito, probably are TZ or even Unravel on the side of Work Auster, for he has to be mindful dito sa Natalia na to. Pero kasi, ang iisipin mo dito, Onic PH, or rather Work Auster Force, they also have a counter somehow with the Natalia, with the skill dito ng Rafaela, don't could be able to detect ang Natalia. Pero willing ang Onic PH na gawin yon, given na kaya nilang unahan dito ang side ng Work Auster Force, and they're gonna be picking here a Kadita. Wow!
Okay, so tingin ko dito, Kuya Rob, tama yun eh, yung sa pagiging counter ng Rafaela sa Natalia. So magiging sneaky talaga. Ang plano, ang play style siguro dito ng Onic PH is, okay, meron tayong enough damage sa front lines, meron din tayong isa pang way para makapag-sneak in sa likod. So, a possible sandwich play here para sa Onic PH. Pero sabi, nakakagulat talaga yung Kadita dito ng Work Auster Force kasi meron silang pang team fight when it comes to that. So, ang lakas ng pick-off nila with the Grangers, siguro ito yung magiging jungle nila eh. Tapos, meron silang team fight with the, again, stun as well para makontrol agad si Paquito and also the Yisun Shin pick from Onic PH. So, really flexible draft for Work Auster Force.
Flexible indeed, and we're actually looking at 2 Rafaelas right now, TDZ. But kidding aside, kung iisipin mo, no, Kadita, on paper, that's gonna be hard. It's really gonna be hard na kumuha ng pick-off. Kasi given that the hero dito ng Onic PH, look at that, Alice with the flowing blood. The dashes coming from the Paquito, the brilliance coming from the Lunox, and Natalia. Of course, it's not gonna be easy for you to land yung ultimate dito ni Kadita, given probably baka meron siyang petrify, pero we have to see. Pero it's gonna be a hard, I mean, that is very tricky yung para sa akin nung Kadita pick na yon, pero it actually might work.
Totoo yan. Pati isa lang kasi yung pang-setter ng dito ng Work Auster Force, yung Jeet Kundo lang ni Cho, yung pwedeng pang-starter para makakuha agad ng magandang opportunity dito with the ultimate. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go into the land of dawn. This is Game 1, second series ng ating Week 3 MPL PH Season 7. And also, MPL Philippines Season 7 is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement board. Kuya Rob, nakita natin dito ang playstyle ng work. Talagang 1-3-1 na magiging setup against Onic PH.
Yes, and going back dun sa Kadita, no? So, I really was hoping na petrify yung magiging skill dito ni RTC and kailangan talaga niya. Kasi gaya ng sabi ko, it's gonna be hard to pull off your the combinations of skills dito ng isang Kadita kung wala kang certain lock-on. Pero look at that, Unravel, talagang alam niya eh. Alam niya na pwedeng mag-pass orange buff dito ang side ng Onic PH and tinitignan na nila kaagad to. Look at the positioning dito sa map, mga kaibigan, ng ating mga tank and support for the work. Talagang alam nila kung saan nila guguluhin dito ang side ng Onic PH, pero that's alam din ng Onic PH kung paano. Akita nila na nandun sa side na yon, lipat tayo kaagad sa kabila.
Nako, habang lumipat dito naman sa bottom lane, Kosei, dalawa ang kalaban, Iyakno and Jay. Pwede nakita natin, no, si Jay kontrolado talaga kaagad dito ni Unravel with the avarice. Ginagamit niya yung kanyang first skill para ma-check kaagad yung Light of Retribution para ma-delay yung level 4 agad dito ni Jay. Since nakita natin yung Natalia once na nag-level 4 siya, mas malaki yung kill potential dito ng Onic PH. Pero dito sa top lane, Dilar and 3 Martizi. Nakita natin yung laro dito ni 3 Martizi with his show as well. So parang kamao, laban sa kamao dito sa top lane ng Onic at work.
Oo, and it's gonna be very tricky, no? Mahirap din talaga sumabay dito eh. Ang isang show here on versus Pakito, no? Kumbaga job lang gagawin nito, pero yeah, this is 3 Martizi. He could be able to pull this one off. Pero we have a slow start dito, TDZ, in these two teams, and talagang they actually respecting and they're not actually diving into one another.
Pati nakikita rin dito yung Onic PH. Unravel, nakataka with the flicker out. Chu with the ultimate, pero Dilar, sobrang kunit pa rin talaga dito ng Pakito.
Yes.
At mukhang naiwan dito si Kyrie, hitting those strikes, and half HP dito si Kyrie, mga kaibigan. Si Jay, naghihintay pa rin ng kanyang level 4, but the damage still not enough. Work Auster Force will survive the first engagement against Onic PH.
Actually, that was very unfortunate for the side dito ng work. Hindi tumama yung huli na Rhapsody dito ni Chu, pero it's actually give them the opening para kunin yung first turtle dahil yung poke damage na nagawa nila doon, hindi makakontest ngayon ng Onic PH.
Pero napagandang trade din yun para sa Work Auster Force na sila nakakuha ng turtle dito in exchange for the life of RTZ. At sabi mo nga kanina, I completely agree, Kuya Rob, na talagang mahihirapan pumusisyon dito si RTZ at kaya nag-petrify dito si RTZ. At well, tingin ko din kasi talaga ang hirap patamain eh. Kailangan pa nila ng isa pang stun bukod kay 3 Martizi na currently nasa top lane kinokontrol dito ni Dilar.
Totoo. Alam mo, ito kasi yan TDZ. Mahihirapan, I mean, Work Auster Force dito, they do have the Granger dito, and we all know na yung ganitong klase ng lineup na meron yung work, they have to work on their early game. Kasi it's like a ticking time bomb eh, para sa Onic PH na as the longer the game drags, parang mas lalo silang nagiging confident, and they have to do it yung ginawa ni RTC ng paulit-ulit na ganon, yung mga pick-off na ganon, they have to do it very consistently going into the mid-game and get the early lead.
At saktong-sakto rin talaga ang pag-pick-off dito ni RTZ, getting that anti worship at makakuha rin siya ng Clock of Destiny sa bottom lane naman. Iyakno trying to run away. Kasi umahabol pa si Unravel with the movement speed and also with the death. Lahat ng ultimate dito tumama with the flicker as well. Kosei will be the one who's gonna go down here sa side ng Onic PH. Tol, ibang klase talaga yung rotation dito na kontrolado nila and also taking advantage sa mobility na binibigay ng Rafaela.
Kumbaga sabi ni Chu dito, happy birthday, 'di ba? Binigay niya yung tatlong bala niya. Yun, technically ngayon, tumama yon lahat. And look at the rotation dito ng Work Auster Force. It's actually really working for them. They have a slight lead dito in terms of gold. And sabi ko nga, kailangan lang nilang ulit-ulitin to. As for Onic PH, they just have to hold their ground.
Rinse and repeat.
Not to give a lot of kills dito, early game dito sa Work Auster Force kasi mas mahihirapan sila ditong in-neutralize going into the late game. Pero Onic PH, with Iyakno getting his Clock of Destiny, medyo kahit papano maagaan na rin siya, and Jay giving the vision para sa side ng Onic PH. Still, masasabi ko dito, still on a 50-50 ground tayo dito, pero hard, medyo mahirap yatang i-contest dito ang Work Auster Force on this turtle.
Ang mga si Dilar dito, with the knock-up as well. Saktong-sakto yung ultimate dito ni RTC, makakahul din dalawa ang matutumba rin sa side ng Onic PH, pero si Chu mukhang umahabol pa. Kosei will take down Hate with a nice Jeet Kundo with the Way of the Dragon na isolate kaagad nila. Double kill para kay Chu, at ang work yata ang isa pa makakakuha ng isa pang objective dito. Turtle will go down at RTZ, men, ang ganda ng setup dito and also positioning para kay RTZ. Also with the Petrify, isa yun sa mga key kung bakit nakakuha ng 4 ang Work Auster Force.
Yeah, that's napaka-unfortunate doon para sa side ng Onic PH. They could just have simply give it up. Diba? Parang nakaposisyon na well doon yung Work Auster Force, and look at here on the replay dito. Papansinin mo dito, yes, nandun si Dilar. They could have a perfect knockback doon sa may pakito na yun, pero hindi niya na nahuli doon. And Chu actually has a great place kung paano niya gamitin yung Rhapsody niya doon. Nabura agad yung dalawang miyembro dito ng Onic PH.
And this instant replay is brought to you by Oppo A94. Experience gaming at full speed with Oppo A94. Get yours now for only 13,999. At grabe talagang galaw dito ng Work Auster Force. Nakita natin talaga na mahusay sa early game, at talagang once nakapag-snowball ang Work Auster Force, kaya nilang dire-diretso yung tulad na ganito. And they wait the Dragon with the Rhapsody. Mukhang mabubuhay pa dito sa Iyaknu. And again, with another kill for Work. At dalawa matutumba dito. 2 for 1 exchange. Work Auster Force, kontroladong din lang early game, at mahihirapan ang Onic dito since handa sila makipag-trade sa top lane against sa middle lane turrets ng Work.
Yes, pero eto na yung tempo eh. Nandito yung pacing nasa Work Auster Force na eh. Onic PH, they need to find a way paano pahintuin to. Kasi Chu here, literally, his snowball. Nag-snowball na siya dito. Look at the damage from the Rhapsody. Doon pa lang sa may turtle fight. Ang bilis niyang mabura. Jay here with this Natalia. Tamaan lang siya ng dalawang Rhapsody. Hindi niya na kaya kagad pumasok doon sa may backlanes dito ng Onic PH. But Onic PH, they could somehow still work this on as long as they don't give the mid lane turret. Ito na lang ang nag-hold sa kanila para hindi sila totally mapasok dito ng Work Auster Force. Kasi the last thing na gusto mo mangyari hindi ka na rin makakuha ng orange or ng purple buff mo for your jungler.
Nako, at mahirap naman yun kasi isa sa mga junglers dito na sa side ng Onic PH is YSS Way of the Dragon. Mukhang mahuhuli dito Jay trying to run away, at mukhang makakatakas pa rin with the help of Iyaknu. At napaka-confident talaga ng Onic PH dito na kumakat sila sa loob ng tier 1 at tier 2 turrets.
Pero that's still bad news, TDC. Kasi that was streamer TC. That was the show. You supposedly get to have the kill from that position. Kaso the mere fact na hindi nila nakuha doon si streamer TC, that's already a time na naubos para sa kanila. Nasayang. Kasi umiikot dito, tuloy-tuloy ang nagiging farm dito ni Chu. And look at this bottom lane. I think mahihirapan na ngayon dito ang Onic PH na sabayan, even with the sustainability. Yung side lane ngayon dito ng Work Auster Force, nakakatakot na.
Saktong-sakto din ni SS dito ni RTZ. Mukhang dalawang tutumba dito. Onic trying to get another pick-off, pero mahuhuli dito ng Rhapsody ni Chu. Triple kill para kay Chu. Also with the recall at Work, ramdam na nila na sila ang lumalamang dito when it comes to net worth at also sa momentum ng laro.
Ito yung ito yung first pick Rafaela eh. Onic PH already know na ganito ang gagawin ng Work Auster Force. The only question is, kaya ba nilang pahintuin? And right now, TDC, I'm not finding a way for Onic PH to come back into this game. Given dito that they have like a burst damage coming from the Lunox, they have the Pakito that could have potentially won the early stages of the game. Pero hindi nangyari yun sa side ng Onic.
Nako, pati ang laki talaga ng impact dito ng Rough Waves plus the Breath of the Ocean combo ni RTZ for Work. At yun yung naging factor eh. Hindi agad nakakapag-order of brilliance dito si Kyrie. Talagang once na nahuli ka, kahit si Dilar, hindi pa gaano marami yung stocks ng kanyang Festival of Blood. Hindi niya pa kayang i-sustain. And when it comes to items, RTZ, meron siyang Clock of Destiny. At unti-unti na siyang makakabuo ng kanyang Lightning Truncheon. And speaking of, kakakuha niya lang ng Lightning Truncheon. At we're expecting a lot of magical damage here for Work, and also with the physical damage burst sa Rhapsody and also Death Sonata dito ni Chu.
Ito kasi magiging mahirap dyan, TDC, specifically with the jungler dito ng Onic PH. Hindi ganon ka-confident si Hate na pumasok with the Traceless. Kasi technically wala silang tank. They have this Natalia. So this site or the draft dito ng Onic PH could have potentially hold kung nakakuha sila ng mga early kills. Wherein pwedeng pumasok na lang basta-basta si Hate with the Traceless. Pero look at him, hindi niya na ma-maximize dito yung kanyang passive dahil hindi sila ganon ka-confident to go against Work Auster Force. Now, the Lord is already being taken down by Work Auster Force. The question is, mukhang ang Onic yata walang planong mag-contest.
Hindi yata nila kaya contest talaga to since half HP na ang Lord, mga kaibigan. At Work talagang they're working around their advantage. At unti-unti nila nauubos lahat ng turret. Well, actually, ubos na lahat ng outer turrets dito ng Onic. So parang pwede nilang i-choke Kuya Rob, yung Onic dito sa loob ng base nila at hindi maagad makapag-farm.
Totoo. Pwedeng gawin dito ng work Auster Force is just go with the Lord or probably get a single base turret either sa baba or sa taas. Then kung hindi nila maubos dito yung mga base turret dito ng Onic PH, they just could simply freeze the lane. So, ngayon, Onic PH, they're on the verge of losing this game, pero they could potentially have a comeback dito, TDC. Pwede natin isipin dito, Jay could potentially get a pick-off onto the back lanes dito, pero si Unravel kasi, kumbaga, hindi nakakakuha ng maganda na position dito si Jay just by having this Rafaela, just by using his skill, na nakikita kagad siya na uunahan dito yung Natalia.
Tinaka-cancel ka agad yung kanyang invisibility, removing that additional additional damage at mukhang dumediretso ng work. Auster first gusto nang tapusin dito. Onic, ayak na nasa likod, pero na-wave the dragon siya. Mukhang madidelete ka agad. 3 Martins will take the kill here. Work Auster first still inisa-isa nilang Onic. Kyrie with the Chaos Assault, pero hindi yata enough yun. Naku, inisa-isa nga talaga. RTC will get another one. Work, hindi pa sila. Gusto pa nilang tapusin lahat, tanggalin lahat ng mga turrets dito. But Chu again with the Rhapsody. Merong isang siege cannon dito at work. Auster first will take game 1 against Onic PH. Kuya Rob, ano nangyari doon? Nakita natin sobrang bilis